First of all, I mean, Chloe, for you, just the 27 points tonight, 5 threes. What was kind of working for you just on the offensive end of the floor especially?
I thought early in the week we did a good job of, you try to guess what they're going to do because you don't exactly know. Tried to, work on how we thought they were going to guard ball screens and, just give different reads on those. So I thought throughout the week, we kind of hit it spot on. Teammates did a great job setting screens and everything for me. So I get all the points and they do a lot of the work. So I'm very thankful for them and coaches, setting plays and everything for me. But.
And for you now, your 5th year here, you've kind of been one of the big names for women's basketball here for a long time, being from South Dakota. What does it mean to you to be able to do, things like this night in, night out, leading the South Dakota Coyotes to wins and to, all these records and things of that nature?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think people try to, ask me that a lot. And, I just enjoy playing basketball, especially with my teammates. Going last year and even this year still, not really knowing what could happen. So you go into every game, you don't want to take it for granted. You want to be in the present moment and just really enjoying it. And I think that's what I've tried to do, especially as I've gotten older, seeing kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's all I can say.
And Janiyah, did they do anything to you guys defensively, especially in that first quarter and in the third quarter, where you guys kind of weren't able to shoot the ball quite as well as maybe you would have hoped?
I think it was just coming in, and they really gave us, again, we have to guess each practice what a team is going to do, and I think it just takes a little adjusting from time to time, but I think we really adjusted well the second, third, and fourth quarter.
And Chloe, next week's big game, you got South Dakota State here. How important is it to, get a couple wins like Thursday and then again tonight going into a game like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the conference season. You don't want to lose any time, regardless of who it is. We're still trying to get better every day, every practice, every game. People are going to throw whatever they can at us. Like Janiyah said, try to adjust and, get better as we go. And hopefully down the road, it puts us in a good position. So.
And we'll start. This will be for both of you. We'll start with Janiyah. Being from South Dakota, having the big rivalry game next week. What does it mean to you to be able to play in a game like that in front of your home crowd here next Saturday?
Honestly, it's a dream. I grew up watching both of these teams compete at a very high level, and each year that I'm a part of it, I'm just thankful that I have the support and the trust and the community around us that is here at USD. It's really exciting.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, this is kind of cheesy to say, I think, but there's a lot of love, right? Not even from Harrisburg, where Janiyah's from, or from my hometown, but South Dakota just kind of pulls together around women's basketball, and you can feel that. Here, not as many students, obviously, with no school, but there's still fans coming to cheer us on, and there's going to be a lot of people here Saturday, and another state U game is going to be a lot of fun.
All right, I don't think I have anything else for you. Thank you, guys.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, I thought our young ladies came out and really played with a great deal of effort and intensity. It took us a little while to get going offensively, but when that started to happen, our defense stayed really, consistent and tough. Obviously, we played at a pretty high level. North Dakota State's a team that can really score, and they can score in a lot of different ways. And, I think it was a great challenge for us to try to find ways to take them, out of what how they normally get some good looks. And, I think when we missed some assignments, they did a good job because they can really score. So, overall, I thought our young ladies did a great job. We had a couple young ladies came in the game and gave us a huge boost in this game. Allison Popolski came in and played really, really well, and so did Janiyah Ugofsky, both kind of energy players for us, really smart, sound, disciplined kids. Did a lot of really nice things for us, and that was really great to see.
It didn't feel as dominant of a game as Thursday, but at the same time, you look at the box score, and you still wind up winning by almost 30 points. I mean, what was kind of the difference between, Thursday night and tonight in terms of just the ability for you guys to score?
Well, I think they played different styles, and we didn't get shots in rhythm as easily or as quickly, I should say, maybe, as we did maybe on Thursday. And, I think it says a lot about North Dakota State and their toughness and intensity too. And, and they changed and they played us a little bit differently. So, kind of took some time to figure out how to get the ball moving and how to get some good opportunities against them.
Was there ever a point in the first half where you kind of just told, the team, hey, Chloe's got it going, just get her the ball?
Well, there was a point in time that, we really were trying to put her in a position where she could create something. And, certainly she got hot just kind of in the flow of what was going on. And then once you recognize that, you try to get her some different opportunities, whether it was in the second quarter or even in the third quarter. So, but Chloe not only was great, I thought, offensively and really hit shots and moved the basketball, but she was a great floor leader on the offensive end, kind of helping her teammates. And then on the defensive end, she was really, really solid and, just did the things she was supposed to do and I think it even came up with a couple big steals for us. So I thought overall one of the best performances that she's had, and really fun to watch her play in that game.
And what does Chloe mean to this program? What does she mean to you? I mean, fifth-year senior from South Dakota, been here almost the entire time you've been here. What does Chloe kind of mean to not just the program, but also to you as a coach?
Well, we're going to save that for senior day because that's going to be here soon enough, I feel like. But certainly Chloe has – She's just established herself as a player that's come in, and she plays with a great deal of confidence, but also a great deal of composure. And I think she just shares that even keel ability with her teammates. Now, it doesn't mean she doesn't get fired up once in a while, because she certainly does, but that's the competitive side of Chloe. And so she's not only a great basketball player, she's a great leader for us. And she's someone, I think, that, really – it just kind of defines who you want your program, how you want your program to kind of do things. And she does it not only on the court, but makes time for little girls that come to watch her play or whoever it is and spends time with them. And so she kind of has her own little following in the state of South Dakota, and that's really kind of fun to see.
Could you have asked for, maybe a much better 2 games going into next week's game? I mean, big rivalry game. You were able to kind of maybe build some momentum this week with 2 pretty solid wins against 2 good teams.
Well, you hope that it does, and certainly you're playing against 2 really good teams, and we've got all the Dakota games, the North Dakota games and South Dakota State kind of early in our season at home, before any of our students come back. So it's kind of just an odd timing on some of those things. And so I thought our fans who were here today had to create a lot of energy for us. So when the game, we have the national anthem going on, and we had some incredible singers the last 2 games, but you kind of miss the pep band just being there in the student section. And so hopefully we'll get some of those. Hopefully I think our pep band's planning on coming back and our student section back for that, because it's a lot of fun when you're playing in those type of environments. And in the past couple of games, our fans are true fans who have been here, had to really create it for us, and I thought they did a good job. What's fun is that our fans appreciate basketball. Like, they get the game, and that's really fun, because when a big defensive play happens, they get excited too. And certainly they cheer when we score. They love that. But there was a big play that happened on Thursday night when Natalie Mazurek saved a possession and threw it behind her back, and Janiyah laid it in, and our fans kind of went crazy. And it's fun to see them appreciate kids really getting after it.
Now you have 4 wins in a row here in conference play, 9 overall. What's the focus going forward? How do you keep continuing to improve? Is there more offensively or defensively are you looking at trying to improve more at this point?
Well, I think we've got to continue to look at little ways, small ways that we can continue to, be more efficient on both ends of the court. And, offensively, we didn't score as many points maybe as we would have liked to score, but our offense was pretty efficient. We scored at a 40% clip, which we'd like it to be higher, but we shot at a 40% clip from the 3-point arc. We took care of the basketball. We got some extra opportunities in the game, but I think overall for us, I think it's maybe just little ways for us to continue to improve. And I thought we did that in the course of this game, maybe in more specific communication scenarios, or understanding when to, kind of let the spirit move you and go make a play defensively, which, could just kind of take teams out of rhythm a little bit. And so we saw a little bit of that today, and I thought that's going to be big for us, is just finding some kind of small ways for us to continue to be more efficient.
With your senior leadership, was there any concern that, they might overlook a game like tonight, knowing they have SDSU next week?
Well, I think North Dakota State has our attention. Certainly they do. And so I didn't really feel like that was the case at all. I think we started slow and maybe didn't have the same zip and pop, but you're playing against a really good team, and they're coming at you at the same, in waves as well, and really aggressively too. So I think it has more to do with your opponent than anything else. So I think our North Dakota State certainly has our attention.
For sure. All right,
Thank you.
thanks, Coach.
USA!